Hi guys! Alabama football wide receiver Ryan Williams could become the most dynamic player in the entire high school football landscape, and Saraland's homegrown talent is poised to join the T-Town team sooner than expected. The standout of the 2025 recruiting class, Williams yesterday announced his reclassification for the 2024 cycle and plans to join campus next fall. As for what Ryan Williams brings to the Alabama football offense, his reputation as an immediate impact player is undeniable. Despite his lighter frame, his speed, instincts, and ability to play in the open field make him a threat from day one on an SEC field. However, the competition in Alabama's receiver room is intense, and Williams will have to fight for every opportunity he gets. While leaders like senior Jermaine Burton may or may not return, and others like junior Ja'Cory Brooks have opted to transfer after a less impressive year, Alabama's receiver room retains notable talent, including current WR1 Isaiah Bond. Kendrick Law, a versatile receiver, also stands out, promising a more prominent role in 2024. The receiver rotation, however, is a question mark beyond the core players. Here's where Ryan Williams can potentially make his mark. While names like Kobe Prentice and Malik Benson remain reliable, the uncertainty surrounding the role of young guys like Jalen Hale creates room for competition. Many have expressed concerns about Williams' size, but wondering if that will be a limitation for the five-star receiver seems plausible. His ability to make big plays and his performance after the catch rivals anyone else in the room. However, it is crucial to observe how he will adjust to the dynamics of the competition and stand out among the already established talents. In a scenario where Williams' arrival could be a game-changer, there remains a sense of skepticism about how he will integrate and stand out in Alabama football's crowded receiver room.
Okay, now let's understand clear reasons for a Rose Bowl victory. The Wolverines hold a slight 1-point lead over Alabama football in the Rose Bowl. As expressed on the Michigan forums, enthusiastic Wolverines fans show confidence that their team is not only capable of, but should surpass, the Crimson Tide. The predictions of the main college football algorithms practically unanimously favor Michigan, projecting a victory by up to a touchdown. However, Alabama fans disagree with that perspective. Many believe that when the Crimson Tide are at the peak of their performance, they become an overwhelming force for the Wolverines to face. Opinions vary from a tight victory to the possibility of a more relaxed triumph if the Michigan team doesn't adapt well to the Crimson Tide style. Despite prediction algorithms like ESPN's giving the Wolverines a 55.9% chance of winning, Alabama fans question the ability of these models to capture immeasurable nuances. They argue that unpredictable elements often determine the outcomes of games. For Alabama football supporters, 3 clear reasons support the prospect of a Tide victory. Firstly, they highlight the discrepancy in talent between the two teams, with the Crimson Tide boasting a roster full of players who can change the course of the game. Offensive lineman Zach Zinter's absence due to injury is considered a weakness on Michigan's offensive line. Another imponderable factor is the confidence of the Alabama football team, especially under the leadership of Nick Saban. The Tide's ability to create effective game plans and adjust to opposing surprises is seen as a strategic advantage. Lastly, Alabama fans point to the need for Michigan to closely monitor Jalen Milroe, although some believe that strategy may not be enough to contain the talented quarterback. The approach of making Milroe rely more on his arm than his legs could expose Michigan's secondary. Despite these arguments, the complexity of the game suggests that the Crimson Tide's victory will depend on a number of factors. Limiting the success of key players like Blake Corum and containing the elusiveness of J.J. McCarthy are challenges that Alabama's defense will need to overcome to secure victory. However, the opinion of Alabama fans, backed by their usual confidence, casts a shadow of skepticism over the predictions and highlights the inherent unpredictability of the sport.
And then the question arises, are recent recipients not working out? Looking at the latest developments within the Alabama football program, it is evident that the wide receiver position has undergone some significant changes. The challenge of developing homegrown talent in recent recruiting classes has yielded notable transfers, but there is light at the end of the tunnel with the 2022 recruiting class. It's undeniable that transfers, especially to high-performing teams like Alabama, are increasingly common, with players seeking immediate playing opportunities. However, the arrival of Isaiah Bond, Kendrick Law, Kobe Prentice and Shez Preston in the 2022 class appears promising to revitalize the Crimson Tide's wide receiver tradition. Isaiah Bond quickly emerged as one of Jalen Milroe's top targets, cementing his position as one of the best receivers in the country. Kendrick Law has shown versatility and growth throughout the season, while Kobe Prentice has already established himself as a reliable presence on offense. Shez Preston, with his potential, is ready to compete for significant playing time next season. Despite past challenges, the 2022 class is putting up impressive numbers, racking up 1,716 yards and 9 touchdowns in their first 2 seasons. With that track record, the outlook for Season 3 is exciting, and the group appears determined to return Alabama to its historic greatness when it comes to wide receivers. While the transfers and coaching staff changes may have been obstacles, the resiliency of this new crop of talent suggests the Crimson Tide is more than ready to face the challenges and reclaim its place on the national college football stage. The future looks bright for Alabama football, with the class of 2022 leading the way in the revival of the wide receiver position. Tell us your opinion and always welcome to the channel.